What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with another video, and this time you spammed my comments, you spammed my community posts. So yes, we are doing the Justin and Hailey pregnancy announcement. Now, to the people that are bummed because we're not doing the spiritual reading today, what is it right now? The origin of Jesus and what happens after we die are neck and neck in the community poll. So keep voting, and Monday, whichever one wins, we will do that. I don't care if something big as hell happens. We're going to do it, I promise. So I'm sorry, but none of us expected this. I didn't personally expect this. So anyway, I did the reading last night. I'm going to be real with y'all. You know that I'm not a love and light type of person. What I see is what I'm going to tell you. Is it worst case news? No. Is it best case news? Also no. So I basically just broke down. My intention going into the reading was I wanted to see it from Justin's perspective, because Justin's the one that we're all worried about. So I came in through what is Justin feeling, and then obviously Selena came through because she just always seems to come through. And Hailey, her energy came through too, and something's different with her lately. So if you guys still want me to do the Hailey Bieber deep dive, you let me know in the comments down below, because it feels like there's an energy switch up with her, and I'm not really sure where that came from. And I think that she does deserve a deep dive so we can understand her as a whole, because I don't believe in bullying people, you know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, basically it's pretty black and white. We looked at the pregnancy, we looked at how both people are feeling, and I took a look at what potential timelines will happen with this in terms of after the baby's born. So as always, these are alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Hello to my besties, my regulars. I love you guys so much. I hope that you have a wonderful Friday or weekend, whatever. Just have a good time, y'all. Have a good time every day. It doesn't have to just be a weekend. But yeah, not much more to say on this. If you want to book a personal reading with me, my website is in the description box below. All the decks I use are in the description box below. And my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, so that you can be the first to know about future videos. And you could just come chat with me and socialize with me on Facebook and Instagram. Let's have a good time. But without further ado, if you are hoping that this is going to be just all love and light and butterflies and yay, Justin and Hailey, that's not this reading. And that's not to say that I'm not happy for them. I hope for their best timeline, but I'm not going to lie. I picked up on the energies that they're in right now. Could it change? Absolutely. Free will is one hell of a bitch. You know what I mean? Think about people y'all stuck along on for far too long. You know what I mean? Call myself out on that. No shade. But without further ado, besties, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Please share it with your friends. Subscribe if you're new here. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, besties. So we are going to take a look at the pregnancy announcement. Now, I just want to preface this by saying I didn't want to do this reading, y'all. So please flood the comments with just help me get this video to blow up, because I'm doing it for y'all. And I feel like I already intuitively know everything that there is to know about this couple. I've read them left, right, up, down, sideways. And yeah, Spirit's already, that didn't take long at all. Spirit's already showing me Band-Aid baby. So, you know, because I'm hearing like it's cheaper to keep her. I'm being drawn to my fool's gold. And what else, Spirit? I feel like this is a Band-Aid for Justin's wounds. And listen, I understand that, like, you know, he's around a Saturn return. I forget if he's 30 yet or not. But, you know, he's been through a lot of trauma. But my issue is, in general, because this is a thing, I just had to pause the video because an ant came out of fucking nowhere. This is a bad sign. I don't even know where I was going with that. Spirit, where was I on about? I feel like Justin, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, has always wanted a baby because he's not happy. That's why I'm getting Band-Aid baby. It's like, you know how some parents think toddlers and tiaras, right? When they feel like they've failed in life, they try to live through their kid. Because what I'm seeing is like a baby, and then I'm seeing an equal sign, and I'm seeing a purse. So it's like, this isn't going to save you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you're upset and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to spend $100 on Amazon because it's like a quick fix. I feel like once this baby comes into Justin's life and he realized that it requires work, it's not going to be, I feel that Justin feels that this is going to solve all of his problems. It's like, I'll have something to love, something to put my energy and my attention into. But that's not a good reason to have a kid. You know what I'm saying? He's not dealing with his trauma. He's not focusing on it at all. And I'm sorry, but intuitively for me, it just feels like this is like I refuse to do the inner work. I refuse to admit that I'm not happy in my marriage. Because again, I just don't feel like he's happy in his marriage. So it's like, well, if I can't be happy, at least I could get the thing that I want. And I also want to preface this, that there's a lawnmower that just refuses to just stop being loud right now. So there's been interruptions in this reading. I had an ant come out of nowhere, and I have a Virgo stellium. I am clean, y'all. So, and I'm hearing the song Roses Really Smell Like Poo. I'm telling you right now, I feel like Justin's pulling what a lot of fucking parents do when they feel like their life is headed nowhere, so they think a baby will solve their problems. I'm sorry. I'm going to give it to y'all real. I'm not going to play anymore. I'm tired of dancing around feelings. If I'm going to be covering things that are problematic and that'll piss people off regardless of what I say, then I'm just going to say it like it is. So this is already off to a bad start, y'all. This is just not a good sign. But let's take a look. What do we need to know about this pregnancy? What do we need to know? I know y'all are probably interested in Selena's emotions, so if it comes up, I will let you know. Now there's a dog barking. There's so many distractions. I'm telling you right now, this is just one of many options of Justin in terms of a distraction from his own pain. Alcohol, drugs, girls, running away. That's all he's doing, is he's constantly running away. And so that's why I have an issue with this, because like, I have love for my parents, don't get me wrong, but as a parentified child, as a kid who had to deal with the trauma of my parents, it's a selfish thing to do. So I just don't feel, at least with Justin, and probably Hailey too, but in a different reason, they're not coming at this in a, oh my God, we're madly in love and now we have a kid and how am I? No, it's like they're trying to force a happily ever after. Like I'm seeing the 10 of Cups reversed in my mind's eye. So it's like trying to force the happily ever after. I just feel like they're both delulu. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I know you're going to send me hate in the comments, but whatever, it is what it is. You asked for the reading. You spammed my comments. Even though I wanted to do something cool on a Friday, I'll accept it because your voices do matter. Let's find out. Okay. What? I need more cards before I say anything. I can't believe how many distractions are going on. I'm so sorry if you can hear there's a lawnmower, there's 2 dogs barking. This is unreal. It's like the universe don't want me to do this reading. So, okay. So the moon reverse, truth. Hermit reverse, out of my comfort. Wheel of Fortune, timing. Have they talked about wanting kids before? Because I'm hearing Yahtzee. So, like, were they trying for a while or something like that? Because I keep hearing the song Stay for the Kids, yo. Like, I swear to God, this feels like I'm going to have a baby to solve my problems. Because with Death card, that's like, now that this opportunity's here, change is inevitable. And then maybe this will spruce up our relationship. Maybe this will bring the passion back alive. Because there's literally a child on this. And then Page of Cups is about like emotions, but it's like lighthearted. You know what I mean? But then Eight of Swords is like victim of circumstance. So it's like, from Justin's perspective, it's like, my life is a mess. I'm not happy. I've been secluded for a while. I know it's time for me to get back out there. I have been healing a little bit, so maybe now's the time. But it's just not coming from the right place. But I will pull more cards. Oh, look at that. He's in the reverse. King of Cup reverse. Four of Wands. The home life is not happy. It's in the reverse. Three of Wands. Well, maybe if we expand. Oh my God, this pisses me off so bad, because this is why there are so many children in the world that are sad and feel like they're broken. And then this is generational trauma just repeating itself. If Justin doesn't get his emotions together in the next however long until that baby's due, I'm concerned about how this is gonna go down. Although, as I said that, I'm seeing the scene from Jane the Virgin. If you've watched that show, it's on Netflix, highly recommend. The woman Petra has a baby to try and guilt Raphael into being with her again and wanting her, and then she ends up hiring nannies, and she's like never around. But she does end up being a good mom after she gets over the guy. So, and now I'm hearing the straw that broke the camel's back. So it might be possible that if Justin, because you know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is that meme, and I brought it up before. It's like a black and white where there's a woman and she's holding her boyfriend and he's wearing a diaper and a binky. I'm seeing that, and I've said before, it feels like Hailey feels like she always needs to take care of Justin. I feel like if Justin doesn't step up, Hailey's going to realize that she has 2 kids now. Because Justin's going at this like, if we expand, then maybe life will be more doable. Maybe then I can enjoy my life. This is what happens when you look for external shit to make yourself feel better instead of just dealing with your problems, because he's a King of Cups reversed. He's not allowing himself to go there. And considering the deep dives we've done, I can't really blame him for not wanting to go there. But if you're not healing this shit, you're just going to keep the cycle going. I'm not saying that level, but I'm saying of emotional trauma. Like, I just keep hearing the song. I said it earlier. Fuck, I just lost it again. Stay for the Kids. That's what I keep hearing. Stay for the Kids. Yeah, it's like Justin has this weird fucking belief that because he's already had everything he could possibly ask for and he's still not happy, this is the next, ooh, shiny. Like, it's giving Aries for me, which I'm sorry. And listen, you guys know when I did the Justin deep dive, I have so much empathy for him, but you should not bring a kid into this world to fix your fucking problems. And that's exactly what's happening. That's what's happening, and it's pissing me off. I'm sorry. Y'all know I don't bring my emotions into readings, but this one, because what's going to happen to this kid? Because I just don't, I almost see, you know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like a rubber band, and then I'm seeing Hailey. So it's kind of giving me that vibe of like, you know how if you pull a rubber band, eventually it'll snap, right? Like, it has room to bend, but eventually it's going to snap. I feel like, and I'm hearing the words last hurrah, I feel like if Justin doesn't get his shit together and grow up for this child, then we're really going to see this relationship fall apart. Because I keep hearing the straw that broke the camel's back. So honestly, this is like a coin toss. Like, I'm literally seeing a coin toss in my mind. I feel like Hailey has this last ditch hope that Justin will get it together for the sake of a child. And I do feel like Hailey does want the kid. I don't feel any like malice on her end, but it feels like she's a people pleaser. She's a giver. It's like, Justin wants the kid, let me get him the kid. Justin wants me to act a certain way, let me act a certain way. This is why I don't understand the Hailey hatred that is still going on after how many times we read Justin. This is not, I don't love this. I don't love this energy. I want to read that two people are really fucking excited. They're in love. I'm reading Justin. It's almost like he's shooting darts at a dartboard to figure out what the hell will make him happy while completely negating everything inside of him. And I'm hearing ticking time bomb, and I'm seeing a tornado in his body. So, and I feel like he already lashes out at people. So again, how is this going to affect the child? If, let's just say, because I don't know, I didn't Google it. I just, all of a sudden, comments everywhere. They're pregnant. So I don't know. And I don't like going in knowing. But there's something here where it's like, maybe then I'll be happy. Maybe then I won't feel so depressed. Maybe, and it's just not, it's not the vibe, guys. Is it possible? Have we heard anything where potentially maybe Hailey threatened to leave Justin? Because I keep hearing last ditch attempt. And with this card in particular, it's reminding me of like reaching out to try and save someone, like reaching out for that hand, right? And in the hand that's reaching out, that's who has the Six of Pentacles. That's who has the stability. And we know that it's Hailey holding up Justin. So with this Hierophant card in the reverse, which is relationships, I feel like Hailey, really? I feel like Hailey, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Maybe she's finally sick of his shit. Because this is giving me the vibe of like, I can do bad all by myself. So it's like, if I keep having to lift you up, if I keep having to put in 100% while you give 0, best believe that I'm going to step up for my kid. So respect to Hailey on that one. Because I see her just being like, I am hearing Stepford mom, and I actually don't even know what that means. Because what is Stepfords are the rich people, right? I don't fucking know. I started from the bottom, y'all. Like, I don't know. But I almost see Hailey being like, you know how they say like when a mom or when a woman gets pregnant, like obviously her hormones change, but something in her just switches, you know, like she goes into that nesting period. She starts to realize that the only thing that matters is her child. I feel like because of this, it actually made her start to like kind of gain a sense of self where it's like, I want you to be better. I want our happily ever after. I want the family. But if you don't grow up, and if I end up having to take care of 2 kids, then I'm out. Hierophant in reverse. I'll take the settlement and run. I got enough money. I'll be fine. So, and a moon is about emotions, right? So it's like, I feel like having this pregnancy on Hailey's end at least is like, really waking her up to, and I like this because that means at least one parent's really thinking about the child, where it's like, oh, I'm a mom now. I got to grow up. I got to focus on that. That's got to be my number one priority. That's where she's coming from. It's like the kid comes first, not Justin, where Justin's coming at this from a place of, well, if I have a family, it might fix me. And that's where my issue is. Yeah, I don't, please forgive me. The only reason I even know who Hailey is because of Justin. I don't know what she does. Is she like another Kardashian where like does she have a talent? Like what is her story other than Nepo baby? I don't know the story. But with this, it's like, I already have my own finances in order and I'm not naive. So even though I want this, don't act like I won't walk away from it. Because I'm being drawn to like a really old song where it's like, when you're out in the club, don't think I'm not. Even when you're out making love, don't think I'm not. Which is kind of giving me the vibe of like, try me, ho. Like that's literally the vibe. So I think her maternal instincts are already starting to kick in. Where it's like, yeah, oh my God, because now I'm hearing this country song, if you're not in it for love, I'm out of here. I don't know what happened. I think I think getting pregnant really changed Hailey, but I don't think it's changing Justin. I'm gonna be real with you. Walking on eggshells. 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Well, we know who the Queen of Cups is, but hold on before I speak. I do feel, allegedly, that this did trigger Selena. I don't think it's to the point where it's like, oh my God, she has everything I want. It's not like that. It's more like, because Spirit's drawing me to like, not to bring up my own personal shit, but I got hung up on a dude. We've all done that when we don't have self-love, you know what I mean? And I remember that specific day in my life where I realized there's no coming back. And that's kind of the vibe with Selena. It's like whatever, because I'm hearing the word limerence. And if you don't know what that means, basically like we can project shit onto people when they're not really what they are. And especially with the 6 of Cups in the reverse, which is past, but it's negative memories. It's her going over everything and being like, oh, this is done. Like that's kind of the vibe. Oh, this is done. And I think it hurts her a little bit just because it feels like I'm hearing finite. It just feels so final now because now there's a kid involved. You know what I mean? So in terms of Selena, I just see her being like hurt, but I also think it'll help her heal because I think for her, there was always a what if, even though she didn't want him. Because again, they reminded me of my own situation where it's like, I think there was probably like a 2% chance in her brain, like it's not a significant amount, where she thought that maybe like one day if the stars aligned, because she could tell that the relationship isn't, you know, butterflies and rainbows, and she knows how Justin is. So I think that she felt that like if it was meant to be, yeah, because I'm hearing the song, if it's meant to be, let it be. It's kind of giving me the vibe of like, maybe 10 years down the road when we're in completely different places in our lives and we've both healed and grown. And I think that little itty bitty hope that she kind of still had, it shattered because of the pregnancy announcement. Because it's kind of like, that why would I? Because I almost see her being like, I feel like she's reflecting, but I don't think, again, I don't feel like she wants him. I think this was just kind of like, I'm seeing like nail in the coffin. It's like, okay, we're done now. You know what I mean? Again, I'm being drawn to limerence where it's like, you can just project shit that's not actually happening. But with that King of Swords having the justice symbol on it, it's kind of giving me the vibe of like, you used my vulnerabilities against me. I could never be what you want. Now you have what you want. But that's okay. Like, I think Selena's actually being very mature about it. I feel like she's dealing with her emotions as they come up. I feel like it does hurt her, but I don't think she wanted him back. I think it just, again, I keep hearing the word finite. It's like, I just keep hearing, oh, we're done. Like, that's what I keep hearing. Oh, we're done. So, but I don't think it's something along the lines of like, I wish I could be with you or nothing like that. I just think right now she's in a vulnerable space right now because I'm being drawn to all the water is that even water? It looks like water, but I'm being drawn to that. So I think she might have had some tears about it. She might have drank over it because I'm being drawn to the wine glasses. But I think that I also feel with the 6 of Wands in the reverse, that Selena is also like, she's feeling a lot of emotions. I mean, she's a Cancer, right? So she's gonna, but she's also like, Hailey, this is not gonna be the success you want it to be. He didn't change for me. Why would he change for you? So, and it's not even in a spiteful way. It's just a like, you know, people don't just change because of a kid. You know what I mean? Tower, that's great. Hailey with the Justice card. I'm forcing this to work. Maybe the kid will make him step up. That's literally what it is. Because the Tower card, usually, especially if I'm reading a client, that's like, bitch, shit's falling down. Like, shit is falling down. You can't avoid it. You can't run from it. But then Hailey comes right after with Justice, which is like, I keep hearing like last ditch attempt, last hurrah. And she just feels like, I just think she feels like she could fix him, because I keep hearing Fix You by Coldplay, and it's like, well, if I couldn't fix you, maybe you'll grow up for the child. But I don't know that I buy that. Yeah, with King of Wands in the reverse. These are counterparts, so that's Justin. Yeah, and King of Wands in the reverse is like someone who's aggressive, and even though they're grown, they don't act it. Because the Fool card came right after, which is like a naivety. So I think she feels like this is going to force him to grow up, which, you know, we could hope for it, but that's just not how I'm reading it. It's like I'm psychic. Knight of Cups, we want to see a king. He only showed up as a King of Cups reverse, so emotionally detached, and Knight of Cups, fuckboy energy, wishy-washy, not grown. So I almost wonder if the baby could be the reason that they finally end. And I'm not rooting for anything either way. But with the Fool card, it's like, maybe you'll grow up because now this is happening. Maybe you'll be forced to grow more emotionally because now there's hope and promise and new opportunity. And I know how much you want children. So maybe it's just, I just don't like this. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like this. And I'm not here to shit on it. Like, obviously, I hope that this forces Justin to maybe seek counseling and actually work with his shit. But if he doesn't work on his shit and he takes his shit out on everybody around him and then he has a child, the fuck you think's going to happen to that kid? So, and this is just, listen, please don't take this reading and then go and trash talk anybody. Don't ever do that. I do not support that. Don't flip out of Hailey's Instagram. Don't flip out of Justin. These are just peopling because of trauma. And as much as I'm not into religion, what is the fucking saying, Spirit? Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? Pobody's perfect. Exactly. Pobody's perfect. But I just think that she feels like this is, yeah, because I'm hearing the song My Way or the Highway. You're going to grow up, or I just have a really bad feeling that the kid is not going to make Justin change. I almost see him be, you know what I'm being drawn to? Oh my God, Jane the Virgin references for real. Jane's father, he has a baby with a woman. Long story short, he tries to claim that postpartum depression can happen for men. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing, but, you know, I'm always open to hearing other things, but I'm pretty positive it's not a thing because it's a chemical thing. It's kind of giving me the vibe of Justin, like, when the baby comes out, being more depressed because he realizes that it's not making him feel better. I can almost see him, like, trying to avoid the baby because it's like, I don't want to damage the child because I know that I'm damaged, and then him ending up unintentionally being a more absent father. So again, I am not allowed, I can't tell you what to do. You live your own life, but I'm not promoting you guys to go and chastise these people. This is a sad story that a lot of people have lived. Rich or not, I've seen this happen a lot of times. How many people have you seen have kids to try and fix a family? Remember how I saw the Ten of Cups in reverse in my mind's eye? It's like they think this will fix their family. A halt in progress. I wonder if they had words, Hailey in particular, because it's a queen, where she was like, if you don't grow up and if there isn't change, then what are we doing? Because the Chariot is reversed. So that's like, we're not moving forward. So I almost wonder if she was like, listen, I'll have the fucking kid, but that better mean that we're moving forward. It can't keep going the way that it is now. I think that she feels that this child is going to force Justin to grow up. And I'm going to be honest, I don't see that happening. I almost see him. And one thing that I will give him is that I know that he doesn't want to do damage to a child. So I do feel like having a child's going to trigger him. And I do see him almost like pulling away, like I said before, which is a problem. But at least he's not projecting onto his kid. You know what I mean? Like, a dad that dips is really not cool. But I would take a dad that dips over a dad that's verbally abusive and taking their shit out on me. So I don't know. This is not what I want to see if I'm reading something about an exciting new pregnancy. This honestly feels like poking a hole into a condom to get pregnant as a last ditch attempt to make a relationship work. I don't think that's what literally happened, but that's the vibe of this. If this is such an exciting moment, guys, why the fuck is 5 of Cups upright? Ace of Wands reversed. That's sex. Wish that didn't come true and grief. Has she had like, see, I don't know if she ever tells her business or anything like that. Has she had a miscarriage? Or did they try before and it didn't work? Because this is the vibe of like, because I keep hearing the song Dust Yourself Off and Try Again every time I touch this card or look at it. Which is kind of giving me the vibe of like, this wasn't our first attempt. Because Ace of Wands, and it's blocked. And then there's the grief card right next to it. So I almost wonder if they had problems at first trying to have a kid. And then somehow it worked. I wonder if they did like the IVF thing. Because remember how I dove into like the... I probably won't remember to link it. But if you guys are interested in conspiracy, I did a reading about like... do celebrities switch their genders? And what I got is that they like actually IVF and nitpick their babies. They like cherry pick female, color eyes, like all that. So I wonder if they tried naturally for a while and it didn't work. And either they went to IVF or maybe like third time's a charm. I'm not really sure. I don't know. But there's some grief along the lines of like we had false starts, if that makes sense. Yeah, 8 of Wands in the reverse, that's obstacles. These are not the cards I should be seeing, guys. 9 of Swords in reverse feels like I'm blocking the anxiety that I'm dealing with, and I'm blocking the trauma that I'm dealing with. 3 of Cups, this feels more like, honestly, the 9 of Swords feels like both of them, but then moving to the 3 of Cups, that feels more like Justin trying to, again, finding quick fixes to help his depression. This feels like I'm having a baby because I don't know what else to make me happy. I'm sorry. But it's more so coming from Justin. It's not coming from Hailey. So, as Crocker would say, leave Hailey alone, you know what I mean? But I almost wonder if maybe Justin threatened to leave her or something at one point and start over. So maybe that's why. Maybe she did go the IVF route. Or maybe like, oh, it could have been those things where like people take the ovulation tests and stuff. I mean, I don't know not enough about that. But maybe like she took ovulation tests and was like more like trying harder. Because it's almost like, again, it just feels like a last ditch attempt to save this marriage. That's what this feels like. Because the Temperance card is all about starting over. And especially with this deck, we're walking on a tightrope. Which means any sudden movements and we're falling, which means this is not a solid foundation to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially with the angels, which reminds me that they're religious. So it feels like they're like praying that this is gonna, I hate this. I hate this energy. I'm sorry. This feels like I'm having a kid to save my marriage. Vulnerability. Please never do this. Please never do this. Don't ever involve a child into a loveless marriage. Please don't do it. Please, I'm begging you. As someone who had parents that hated each other, it's just not a healthy environment. Don't cause your kid trauma, please. But anyway, 7 of Wands in reverse is vulnerabilities. Page of Pentacles in reverse. That's like something trying to start, but it didn't work until it did. Ace of Coins. I feel like they were trying for a while. Yeah, because like with the 7 of Pentacles upright, that's like we're biding time, taking our time, pouring into something until it bears fruits. But Five of Coins in reverse, abuse of power, form of a manipulation. I almost wonder if that was Justin's ruse. Like, oh, you can't give me a baby? You can't give me the bare minimum thing that I need? I think Justin is kind of verbally manipulative. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've said that in other videos, but with his trauma, I can kind of get it. But at the same time, this is why you need to be single and heal when you have some type of trauma like that. But that Knight of Coins is very telling to me that this is like, there's no growth in a Knight of Coins. Like if I was doing a love reading and a Knight of Coins came out, I'd be like, girl, boy, whoever you are, maybe in a year he might consider settling down with you. So with these cards, this is just not the vibe, y'all. This is, I don't know how much else there is to add to this. This is pretty self-explanatory. I don't know. Spirit, is there anything else? Like, I don't know. Once the baby comes, anything? Oh, no. I just want everybody to remember this moment where I said, once the baby comes, what do we need to know? And this is the card that fucking drops. Oh, two of Swords, a separation. Are you kidding me? And the Emperor in reverse. That's a father. It's in reverse. It's like that. You know what I'm hearing is those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. And no shade to Justin, because I get it. Like, you know, you didn't have the family that you wanted, so you want to create that. That's fine. But if you don't heal from your shit to begin with, then you're just going to project onto your kid the very thing that the parents did to you. So listen, I'm not going to say that he's just straight up going to be a bad father. I'm not saying that, but he's doing it for the wrong reasons. And with the Emperor in reverse, that's kind of give me the vibe of deadbeat dad to an extent. So, because I almost see him getting triggered by the child and like pulling away. Does that mean he's going to disappear from the kid's life? I don't think so. I just feel like it's kind of giving me the vibe of like, maybe they get divorced and then he's a weekend dad or something like that. Because I just feel like he thinks this is going to heal him. It's going to trigger him more. That's the issue that I'm stuck on. Juggling. Burden. Are you kidding me? Apathy. No matter what, nothing's ever good enough. Justin, listen. Please watch the deep dive I did on Justin, because I'm not just trying to throw shade at him. But when I tell you that he's a bottomless pit of misery and sadness and anger and grief, and he refuses to deal with any of those emotions, like I almost see him, and I'm sorry if you go to church. I'm not against church. Church is a tool. The only thing that's a weapon are people. But, well, in that aspect, semantics, whatever. The point is, I almost see him feeling like he can pray away his problems, and he just has this, he's never happy no matter what. So I wish, guys, like I really wish that this was exciting news, but I'm concerned for the kid. That being said, if Justin doesn't grow up and Hailey snaps, which I kind of see her potentially doing if he doesn't grow up, because I see her just mama bearing. I see her like, it's a chemical thing. I don't personally understand it, but I've heard it from every mother ever that you ride for your fucking kid. I can see her being like, enough is enough because of the child. Like that might actually be the thing that pushes her over. Because with Four of Cups, it's like no matter what, nothing's ever good enough. Justin's carrying way too much trauma. This man has like complex PTSD. A kid is not a Band-Aid. This seems like a dumpster fire, guys. I'm so sorry. Six of Swords in reverse is a refusal to change. And in this deck, sorry. See, look, my phone went off and it was on silent. Do you see what this reading? My God. The Six of Swords in reverse is, look, it literally says reluctant change. And who's in this card? A father with their child. Maybe it's a girl. I don't know. Potentially. But it's like, Look, notice, oh, I love when spirit does this. Notice how the shark is following him, aka the demons in Justin's mind are not going to go away just because of a child. Well, oh my God, what was that song, Spirit? Bring it back. The demons in my head or something. Oh my God, what song is that? I don't remember the song. I'm not a huge fan of the song, but it was something about like I got demons in my head. Basically, like can't get demons out of my head. So I just feel like his trauma, you can't escape it. And with that shark right there, it's like what's beneath the surface with all that water, right? What's beneath the surface, he's not dealing with. That being said, one thing that I will say, I think eventually he will work through his shit, because I'm noticing how in this photo, this man's a little bit older, right? He looks older than Bieber anyway. And it's kind of giving me the vibe of like, maybe when he gets a little bit older, almost kind of like, I could see this being something along the lines of like, he doesn't grow up when the kid comes. Hailey's had enough, dumps his ass, and then he doesn't get to be with his kid for a while, and then he hits his rock bottom, and then he starts to show up for the kid. I could see it going that way. Because I do feel that he will have love for his child. I don't think it'll come in the form of resentment. It's more triggers, you know, like I didn't get to enjoy my youth and now I'm watching a child, and that's Spirit's drawing me to something very specific, but this will be a really good way to explain his energy. Back before I could actually heal my childhood, I used to hate kids' movies. They were so triggering for me, but I didn't know why. And so I was always just like, I'm grown. I don't want to watch that stupid shit. But little did I know, the reason I didn't want to watch it is because it hurt, because it reminded me of the childhood I didn't have. And that's what I'm seeing with Justin. It's like the kid's going to be a mirror to everything he's ever lost. And that open heart, like think about when you've really been burned by somebody, right? And then someone actually gives you like real love and it stings. That's the vibe with Justin. He doesn't know what that feels like. He's been able to, sorry, but to an extent, he's been able to kind of like manipulate and weaponize Hailey's love for him against her. He's not going to do that to his child. So his child's going to trigger the very fabric of his being. Hopefully that'll force him to heal. That could be a potential, you know, maybe the plus side to all this is, let's say he doesn't grow up and they do have a divorce and it forces him to look at himself and then he heals for the child. But I don't see that happening if Hailey doesn't leave him or set some hella strong ground rules. Yeah, 8 of Cups. He can't let the past go. He can't let it go. So much pain, so much push down emotions. Yeah, look there's a brain on there. It's like everything's in my head. Everything, all of the time. And again, with this black and white to the color, it's like, but if I bring a child, maybe the black and white won't be so dismal anymore. Maybe then I could see the light again. It's not a good reason to have a fucking kid. Sorry, apparently I'm shedding today. Ace of Cups, he has no love to give. I think the public might see Justin's mask fall off even more once the kid is born. Because it's like, I think he's going to get triggered from left, right, and center. Like, it's like unavoidable. And there's a third dog barking. The amount of interruptions here, I'm telling you, like, this is not going to go down the way that you want it to. I'm sorry. This is not going to fix their relationship. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song Family Portrait by Pink. In our family portrait, we look pretty happy. We look pretty normal. Let's go back to that. He thinks this is going to fix their problems. But he is going to be handed a dose of realism. And I do think that once the child comes, especially with 9 coins in reverse being relationships, she's not going to fight anymore. Yeah, because I keep hearing that song, if you're not in it for love, I'm out of here. So there's something that's going to change within Hailey.
where it's like, if you're not going to step up to the plate and help me take care of this child and be the father you said you were going to be. I just heard, bye, Felicia. Okay, Hailey. About time you grew a backbone. Love that for you, I guess. Yeah, because there's still tension. And no matter what, it never works. I think this is her last hurrah. I kind of think it's both of their last hurrahs. It's just, this is literally the definition of our relationship isn't working. Let's try a child. Yeah. Back deck. Ten of Swords is in the reverse, which is like we're avoiding an ending that would hurt us. And it's also self-sabotage. And with the Knight of Wands, this is like Justin is still in his fuckboy energy. And fuckboy energy doesn't always have to mean like cheating. It just means I want to be reckless. I want to be young. I want to be wild. I mean, he did get that stolen from him. He got his innocence stolen from him. So he didn't get to live that part of his life. And with Ace of Swords in the reverse, it's like old regrets. So again, I keep being drawn back to Toddlers and Tiaras, where it's like, you didn't get your dreams met, so you're going to live it through your children. Fuck this energy, respectfully. I don't like it. But that being said, I think the problem is more Justin than Hailey. I think for Hailey, it was like, you want a kid so damn bad? Here, fine, but you better step the fuck up. Whereas Justin is like, my life is a fucking mess. I refuse to actually do the grunt work to heal. So how about a kid? Maybe that'll fix the problem. And that's just, I'll leave my emotions out. I think I've already spoken on that. So yeah, that is the update. I'm sorry. I wish I had better news for you. The moment I saw the photos, I already had a feeling. So I'm going to leave it there, besties. Please blow up this video. Show me some love in the comments. Let's promise ourselves that we don't settle in 2024. Let's promise ourselves that we don't have babies to fix loveless marriages. And let's just pray to God that these people heal and figure out what it is that they need. Because despite how their trauma is manifesting, I do hope that Justin gets better. And I hope that Hailey realizes her worth, regardless of how y'all feel about her. And I hope that for everybody on planet Earth, because it benefits us all. You know what I mean? But I'm going to leave it there, besties. Thank you all so much for supporting me. I love you guys so much. Let me know down in the comments if you've heard anything or if you can add to anything that I've just said, because y'all know that I love reading your comments. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website's down below. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links, description box, the decks I use, all of it. But I'm going to leave it there, besties. This was kind of a bummer. But I do see Hailey stepping up. I'm going to be honest. I do see Hailey stepping up. I don't know that... She's not going to be your average mom because she's a Nepo baby. No shade, but she is. But I do see her really actually caring about the child. So that kid has one solid parent. I'll give it that much. And I feel like the best chance of Justin actually being a good father, obviously would, one, go to therapy and deal with the shit he suppressed. But it might also take losing Hailey. Because I'm hearing, isn't it by Selena, Lose You to Love Me? I think a breakup, unfortunately, would kind of kickstart him into being the father that he actually wants to be. But another good thing I will say about him is he does not want to be like his parents. And he does not want to be like how people treated him in the industry. So I don't see that level of generational trauma like trickling down. I don't see him, you know, being aggressive to his kid. I don't even really see him wanting his kid necessarily in the spotlight. Like I don't really feel like he would be the type to like push his kid to be a celebrity too. He kind of gives me more the vibe of like, first of all, fuck the industry, but then also like, what do you want to do? What's in it for you? So I think that Justin's going to go through a lot of bumps, but if he can hold on, and maybe this kid is the blessing he needs, because remember that reading I did where I was a little concerned that he might die young if he doesn't deal with the shit. So maybe the shakeup of having a child we'll force him to look at his shit and then maybe he'll heal. But this is just not the way to go about it, you know? But as always, this is all legend and for entertainment purposes only. There are zero facts here. These are all opinions from intuitive impressions from some weirdo psychic on the internet. How could I possibly know? But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, besties. Share this with your friends. Subscribe if you're new here. I would love to have you. Like this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you so much for watching.